Hello, this is Mark and welcome back to the channel. Over the next couple of videos I'd like to share with you a top 10 of funeral poems, 5 in each of the videos. It might seem a bit odd to try and rank funeral poems, but the reason I'm doing this is to give you a broad spectrum of the different types of the poem that are out there. So if you are planning your own funeral for the future and want to give guidance to your family, or if you're in the moment arranging a funeral for your loved one, that you've got some choice and some idea of the types of the poetry that are out there. How have I come about with this particular set of rankings? Well, there's no science behind it. I have a YouTube channel and some are more popular than others, so I've used that as one input. I've used my own experience from the hundreds of funerals that I've conducted and what my families have chosen, plus some input from the other celebrants that I know in my different celebrant communities. And I'm blessed that they have guided me that one of my own poems is becoming very, very popular. So I've included that in the list. So what we'll do is we'll give you a brief explanation of the poem, a short excerpt from that poem, but up here you'll see some links that will guide you to a full reading of that poem. And hopefully by watching this video you can become inspired to choose the perfect poem for your loved one or for yourself. Well, let's begin with poem number 10. Let memories surround you. A word someone may say will suddenly recapture a time, an hour, a day that brings him back as clearly as though he were still here, and fills you with the feeling that he is always near. 10th in my list is a poem called Feel No Guilt in Laughter. It's a very simple poem and it's by an author unknown. And the idea behind this poem is a message to us that we need to get on with life even though we feel the pain and the sorrow at having lost somebody that we love, and that we should continue to live life in the normal way, to celebrate the happy moments and still reflect on those sad moments. God saw the road was getting rough and the hills were hard to climb, so he closed your weary eyelids and whispered, "Peace be thine." Number 9 on our list is a poem entitled The Day God Called You Home, and this does have a faith element about it. Again, this is by an unknown author, but what it reminds us to think about is, and it's particularly special for those people who have a faith in their lives, that once they have gone, and wherever they've gone to, wherever you believe that might be, they've gone there because that was God's will. Do you look up and wonder, where did I go? Do I drift with the clouds in the sky? Or should I dance with the birds in wild murmuration? Do their wings form my image as they fly? Number 8 in the list is a poem that I wrote about 1.5 years ago called In My Element. And it reminds us that we come from the elements, and when we die, in whatever way our remains are disposed of, we go back to those elements, and that we, our essence, are therefore everywhere around the people that loved us. Death is nothing at all. It does not count. I have only slipped away into the next room. Nothing has happened. Poem number 7 is Death is Nothing at All by Henry Scott Holland, who was himself a priest. And it reminds us that despite the pain that we feel at the loss of somebody, they have gone to a better place, to a place of grace where they may rest easy and rest in peace. The stars are not wanted now, put out every one. Pack up the moon and dismantle the sun. Pour away the ocean and sweep up the wood, for nothing now can ever come to any good. Poem number 6 in our list is Stop All the Clocks by W.H. Auden. And this is perhaps one of the better known of funeral poems because it featured in the film For Weddings and a Funeral. And it's quite a deceptive piece of work because it begins in quite a quirky, humorous manner, and we might think we're going to get something funny. But as the poem progresses, it becomes more and more desolate, and the pain that the author is feeling becomes more and more apparent. I wonder, which poem do you like so far, and do you agree with my rankings? Which poem would you choose? Let me know in the comments below, and whilst you're there, a subscribe to my channel would be wonderful. Well, I hope you like that selection from our bottom 5, and our top 5 will be coming in the next video. Remember that there are links to all of these videos down in the description. I'll see you on the next video.